Ready to crit the hitty.
Hello and welcome to the Lore Boys Podcast, the number one fake history podcast on the internet. My name is James, the articulate one. Who else is here?
James, the porky pig of the podcast, and that's all, folks. I'm Ethan. Hey Ya Miller.
I am the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire, Peter O'Donohue. You've definitely read about me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's great because we are going to have the Sultan of Darkness, or the God of Darkness today. The Abyss made flesh, the creator of the symbiotes, and the really cranky vampire-looking guy who got woke up from his big old nap, Knull or Knull.
Okay. Gnasty Gnork.
Yes. This one was requested all the way back in 2022 by Skex the Skaven, who's since left the Discord and has been bolstered.
Maybe change
Chaz.
their name though. I don't know if you search for I don't know if you can search for past aliases, but we got a lot of you tricky little Discord users switching your names about.
Yeah.
Look at you, Phil Collins.
I was gonna say the best one that I miss already was Krill Collins, which eventually went to like Shrill Collins or something. Bring it back.
Yeah. But anyways, Skets, if you want to come back and hang out, we are still here and thriving. We have a bunch of other patrons too. And speaking of which, we do have one new one. Toss it off to Pete to call out.
Welcome
patron.
and thank you. Benjamin Taylor. We always appreciate the support. Apologies for the shout out being this late. We did front load a bunch of episodes and pre-record some stuff because Ethan had to traipse around in Europe.
Hey, yo, what up? Yeah. So that's my fault. Come at me.
Yep. He learned how to Spanish
Ben.
kiss.
It involves taking a nap in the middle.
Yeah. Open mouth, tongue, nap in the middle for 2.5 hours. And then...
All right. So just before we get started with our much awaited episode, this Saturday at 3 p.m. EST, that's November 15th, I believe. Yes, November 15th. I'll be doing a collab stream with Jono from Bang Average Gaming UK. We'll be playing a silly game called RV There Yet, where we pilot an RV and there'll be a lot of hijinks. So it's a great time to catch a stream if you're at a different time zone, because I'm doing it at 3 p.m. instead of my normal 7 p.m. And that's at twitch.tv/loreboyjames. More clips and stuff to come from that, thanks to Jono, who will be doing some editing. But back to the episode, we're going to be talking about Knull. So this episode does build off my last episode where I did the lore of Venom and the other symbiotes. But it's also a prequel to the last episode I did in a lot of ways. So if you end up liking this episode, I'd recommend going back to listening to the Venom episode. I'll put that in the description. There are some parts of Knull, so if you did listen to the last episode, you might recognize a couple points, but there's only about 3 lines total about Knull. So we're going to greatly expand upon Knull and his background.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's the sexy vampire, right?
Yeah.
And we said he's Spanish because he was taking a nap?
He could be, actually.
Well, yeah, the Titans interrupted his siesta, and he decapitated one of them at 2 in the afternoon, which is prime siesta time.
Yeah. And he said Olay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he takes a nap with a K at the beginning of it. It's a knap.
Of course.
So yeah. The beginning of our lore, if we want to look at the actual source of where it's coming from, it is the Marvel Comics Venom issue 4. I believe that's in 2018. So Knull is actually a fairly recent villain in the Marvel universe.
But so was Venom, all things considered, right? He was from the 90s, where obviously Spider-Man is from the 60s. That's probably wrong, but he's like a 60s guy.
No, for sure he's the 60s, right, Spider-Man?
Yeah. And Venom was already around in the 90s. I don't really know the naming conventions of the numbers and all those things. I saw there's a bit of doubt, and Ethan's like, I can't believe there's only 4 by the time we get to here.
Not just I was just going to say because when Pete was saying Venom, so I was like, I can't believe that Venom only has 4 issues, I guess, since the 90s, right? It feels like, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they don't make a lot of Venom comics. Like you say, maybe they number them weird.
I remember from the last one, it was the Amazing Spider-Man was the first time he gets the Venom suit. So it might be that they only dedicated something with the title Venom. There's some comic folks out there who know better than I do, and could Darnell come yell at me in the Discord about why it's Venom issue 4, but this is a really new one. It's not an old one. Yeah.
Well, I went to a toy convention this weekend, and there was like some comic book stuff there as well. And I saw pinned up on the wall, and I didn't look at the price because I thought it would be. I knew it would be like way too expensive for me. I saw a copy of the Spider-Man being like, "Oh what?" Where he gets his black suit, like the cover you showed us when we recorded your last episode. Like it was up there for sale. It's like, oh fuck, I wish I was thinking about it. Like I should just buy it for Jamie, but there's no way I could get a comic from that old.
Yeah, we're talking on the bonus patreon.com/loreboys or the loreboys if you want to hear more about that. But Ethan and I played some Magic cards over the weekend, and I have this Venomized cat that I really like from a Magic pack that I picked.
Yes,
some cool Spider-Man Magic crossover.
Jamie gave me Spiders Man on the road to pay for gas, and I was like, hell yeah.
So we start off with Knull, the origin story of Knull. Is he's sleeping comfortably in the void. He's just taking a nice old cat nap, a siesta, if you will.
Okay. And this is like really early in the timeline, if I recall correctly, right? Like this is pre-Earth and pre-civilization kind of.
It's like pre-creation, right? It's They're not called Titans. That's wrong. That's because I've been playing Dragon Age. They're Celestials.
We spend so much time, boys. My next line is in the timeline. This was after the 6th cosmos and the dawn of the 7th cosmos. And like, what the hell's a cosmos, right? This is before most of the Marvel stuff that we know about today. It's before Iron Man made his suit. It's before Peter Parker gets this radioactive spider. It's the dawn of that universe as we know it. The dawn of the 7th cosmos. Each cosmos
I like
is
running the lore back this far. Oh, so sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I like running the lore back this far for just like a nerdy photographer gets bit by spider, and this is like this is like all the things that happen there.
It's probably billions of years before that. Yeah. Because each cosmos is a new cycle of existence. They're numbered 1, 2, 3, etc., like just numbers. So it's like Cosmos 1, Cosmos 2. We're the dawn of the 7th when Knull is disturbed from his big nap, and that's the cosmos where Earth 616 will be a part of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a lot.
7.
Cosmos 7 is when we're starting. And it's basically like the full universe reset for Marvel. There's multiverse, so that's a different thing. Like you can have different universes happening at the same time, but canonically, there's also like when the universe completely dies and then is reborn.
Wait, that makes sense. That why there's a vampire in the billion-year-old prehistory of Peter Parker is because they reset the timeline a bunch of times.
Yeah, you just outlive the last timeline.
Okay.
Yeah. And we'll get into like another being called the Enigma, which has existed since the 2nd cosmos, which will be the direct counterpart. That's the Lord of Light to our Lord of Darkness. A lot more on that later. I'm still learning a lot about Marvel, so please do forgive me, listeners, if I'm missing some like super obvious things, but I'm having a lot of fun. So please do support me in learning all this stuff.
Speaking of supporting you and learning all this stuff, I'm sorry. I'm going to support myself in learning all this stuff as well. I mentioned that Galactus kind of like those Celestial guys last time look like Galactus, and you guys were like, "You're dumb, Ethan. That's not a Galactus." And Magnus in the Discord said he's actually like the negative Celestials, and he eats stuff and they make stuff. So maybe I'm the comic guy now, huh?
Go for it.
All right. Yeah, you can take over, please.
Yeah. So, what were you going to say next? Just line.
The Lore was actually like an amateur theater company where it's just like, and Knull is from and Enigma is from the 2nd timeline, and line. He's the light to Knull's dark, and he's a light to Knull's darkness.
So the Celestials, we'll get into them. I guess Galactus, now I've learned, is like a negative Celestial. There's a bunch of them at the same
one guy in our Discord server. So, take it or leave it.
And Ethan. And Ethan himself.
And me. And that's Little Boys Canon now. So
So we have the Celestials, and they're doing a big old construction project. We have Knull sleeping comfortably in his void. He's got a little dark blanket all tucked up to his chin. And there's people with just light hammers outside making stuff.
Line?
I mean, what a good point to freeze at, though, man. What a monkey with a hammer pose. Hi, Jamie. Welcome back.
Hello.
So he wakes up. Knull wakes up from his slumber. Oh man, I'm out again.
No, you're here. Sorry, I was just I was gonna remind you where you should be, unless we're out. Da, 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 da.
Am I back? Am I back?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
We've heard you the whole time.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I should keep talking, but I don't know when you're talking, so I just stop. But, yeah.
We completely froze for the bunch of people with light hammers outside, which is where you froze for like 10 seconds or something. So
yeah.
Okay.
No idea what's his face picked up.
So the Celestials are outside. They're doing a big old construction project, right? We got Knull sleeping, and they're outside with their light hammers, bing, bang, clang, and they wake him up. They discover him.
He's got like a jackhammer shooting starlight straight into the ground, just outside his window. It's like, hey, sorry, buddy. The union said we could start today. All right, I don't care about your cosmic blanket and none of that shit.
Yeah.
I imagine his blanket as having it's like the velour material. You know, the one. It's like super super
the
soft
inside of
with
a
like
coffin.
different colors.
Yeah,
exactly. But it's all like starlight, it like shimmers and stuff. He's got like a void blanket on.
No, it's perfectly black, and then they got a bunch of starlight on it, right? I am picturing like 7 Celestials standing around one Celestial doing all the jackhammering, right?
Obviously.
Yep. So this wakes up Knull from his slumber, and it initiates his hate for all things light from the light. He vows to destroy everything the light touches, all of Simba's land.
Oh, fuck, I was going to say the exact same thing, you bastard. Jesus Christ.
It's almost like I wrote it in that way.
Let's just pretend that Jamie froze, and you can do the joke, Pete.
Yeah.
Everything the light touches. Okay.
Good one.
Mufasa's going to be so mad at Knull.
Falling into the sun. Yeah.
Look straight into a star.
Yeah. No, straight into Simba. Simba's Mufasa's son. What are you talking about? Scar? What are you talking about, huh?
Yeah. So the void is not implied just to be emptiness in the Marvel Universe, because in this Venom issue 4, we have a quote from Knull himself. So he says, "Those that saw my home as incomplete, as clay for their unwanted designs, that banished my abyss further into the deepest corners of their creation, they would come to call my kingdom space. But my kingdom was not empty. My abyss was not hollow. The endlessness of my lands was not theirs to raise and reform and remake. No, the void breathes."
Not on my lawn, bucko. The freaking light brigade just move their fence a foot onto his property line, basically. Now he's starting the HOA.
Knull's the original NIMBY with a K, obviously.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
They're light jackhammering at his windowsill from the outside while he's in bed. Very uncomfortable. As a side note, Knull could be like an incredible villain for the MCU or like the Sony Marvel stuff. I know there's some weird crossover there, because he's on or above the power level of Thanos, and he full on takes on like things that didn't beat Thanos were beaten by Knull. Knull is like probably higher on the power level and could be a really cool fucking badass character with a sword made of shadows. And if they did it right,
any of the movies at all?
Yes.
Okay.
And I have that written in. Yeah.
In the Venom movie, probably
the 3rd Venom movie, Venom: The Last Dance, he's teased as a future villain. So Eddie's like talking to Venom, and Venom's like, "Eddie, no,
you want cookie?"
Yeah, he talks like that. It's kind of crazy. Eddie, Knull is going to take all my cookies.
Tom Hardy just getting completely enveloped in blue fur, catching a tear gas canister in his hand.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I
just his legs get enveloped in blue fur, and then you see him at Walmart, right?
He eats a cookie head first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
gingerbread man head first. Yeah.
How strong? And this is a big tangent. But how strong is Thanos? Because like I watched most of the movies with him in it, except for the last one. But like he seemed just like a guy that was like smart and had like an army at his back, and then he got like the gauntlet and the stones, and I was like, okay, well his power comes from the stones, right? But is he powerful on his own? Does he have like super strength? You don't know.
I've heard him described as the Mad Titan. I can't remember the fight between him and the Hulk, because the Hulk is like strong as fuck in the movies, and he beats the brakes off of him. But I don't remember if he's got a glove or not.
But I think it is what you're saying, Ethan, is that the fact that he gets the glove makes him the scary, big, scary guy, right? Like, he is beatable. Don't they kill him in one of the movies when he doesn't have the glove on?
Or cuts his head off, and then they snap away a version of him from another dimension.
And if Thor cut his head off, I will tell you definitely that Knull is way stronger than Thanos, because Knull will beat Thor later in our story.
Cool.
Yeah.
According to one guy on Reddit, deleted on Reddit, he's very strong. Apparently, he could like consider fights with the characters like the Silver Surfer little more than light exercise. He's like
Knull also beats the Silver Surfer and turns him into Silver Surfer Black. I don't have it written in, but he does do that. Yeah.
Okay. This is all just leading into a Digimon episode where there's just like qualifiers for characters now, right?
That was my backup episode for today. I started doing something on the Akashic Records, and I was like, you know what? I have 2.5 hours to make an episode. We're going with something I already did a bit of research on.
Yeah. Flavor text from Marvel Snap, save me.
Yeah. So yeah, in the third Venom movie, he does make a cameo. He shows up. That GIF that I sent to you guys earlier when I'm like, "Hey, we're doing Knull tonight." That's like the sneak peek, and they're kind of setting it up for Tom Holland. Has the fourth Spider-Man movie come out for Tom Holland yet? Because there's like theories from 1 year ago that Knull could be a villain in the fourth Tom Holland Spider-Man. Which would lead into bringing him into the Marvel Universe as a next big bad that kind of gets away and set up the rest of the MCU, which, if they executed correctly, would be really cool, because he's a very interesting villain. But when have they done something real good lately? So I don't know if they'll really
yeah. It's hard to track the new Spider-Mans with Tom Holland, because they're not numbered, and they'll have a subtitle, because it's Far From Home.
No Way Home was the last one, right? Anyway,
Homeward Bound.
For the Marvel
fourth one is set to come out in 2026 next year.
Okay.
For the Marvel fans ripping their webs out of their wrists at home, I'm sorry, but I do think Knull would be really cool. I'm sorry, I don't know which Spider-Man we're on, but yeah.
But it's okay. You read the comic, so you know.
Yeah.
You don't need
at least
to
the
watch
ones. At least the ones that were applicable for today. I did some research, so that's good.
You're a big reader on your phone these days, man. You can get like you get the Marvel app, and you can just buy like comics on there, flip through them. Pretty cool.
It's true, yeah. I finished the Expanse book 7 while Ethan was driving the most treacherous roads this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, Knull's awoken by these Celestials who are very strong. Right. And he's so pissed that he pulls a blade called All Black the Necker Sword from his own shadow. You might remember this from the last time.
Yes.
I don't, but it's cool. I probably said it was cool last time. I'll say it's cool this time too. Oh, did we make a joke about the New Zealand All Blacks?
Elite aura to pull a sword out of your own shadow.
And
true.
What the sword he mentions in the comic, like, my shadow does not exist without your light. And I pulled it from that. So
Cool.
there's kind of like the light versus the dark that we see in everything from Destiny to Marvel to whatever we look at. But yeah, without the light, he couldn't have pulled this ultra powerful weapon and the proto symbiote, the first symbiote, from his own shadow. Do you guys remember what a symbiote is?
Like Venom is, and Carnage is, but I don't remember more than like they're aliens.
Carnage is
That's
like
all.
a were symbiote. Yeah, but they're like it's a symbiotic goo that like it attaches to a living being and makes them both stronger.
Exactly. And Knull is the big daddy of every symbiote. He pulled the first one from his shadow, which was his sword, which is actually a proto symbiote at this point. He'll refine it to be the first symbiote very soon. But then he goes on a big escapade trying to kill everything that the light touches, and he turns all of the lions and tigers into goo aliens to then fight more. It almost like the Lich King. Like every time he beats something, he can turn it onto his side.
Okay. Alien goo on my elephant bone.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And Cheech Marin won't stop laughing at me.
What?
Cheech Marin is the voice of like the giggly hyena in Lion King.
Oh,
I don't remember his name.
Yes.
But...
Yeah. Did the hyenas have names?
Yeah, for sure. Whoopi Goldberg's playing a character without a name. He also wasn't.
Is she playing hyena number 1? I guess not.
Nah, they definitely had names. And he didn't play the giggly one. He actually played the other one.
No, he played the talking one. Yeah, there was the lunatic is the other one. Yeah.
So if you remember from our Venom episode, All Black the Necrosword was used to slay one of the Celestials. And the giant head would actually become a location in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and the comics.
Right, we did talk about that.
It's nowhere.
Nowhere, exactly. With a K, like everything in the Knull universe.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, it's in space.
Oh, yeah. It's the void.
It's a meeting place and mining colony for ne'er-do-wells. Like that's like if you're doing a role-playing game in the Marvel universe, you might go there to meet a bunch of criminals or something, right?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I think you do go in the fantastic Guardians of the Galaxy game, which I will never stop recommending to people.
I still have it installed and I need to get into it eventually, yeah.
This is one of the fucking gameplay leads, guys. We know a guy on the team.
Like I've been on the team of games and haven't played them. You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna sell me if anything will.
I've never watched the Pinocchio remake. Making a thing is fucking boring and bullshit, but like your buddy doing it is cool.
The thing that has put me off playing the game is that I own it on Epic Games. All right, when am I fucking booting up that launcher to play it?
Fair enough.
Yeah. So at the end of Venom 4, Knull continues to refine his sword. Do you guys remember the 2 weaknesses that all symbiotes have? Like, what is Venom's Achilles heel? There's 2 things.
The bells.
The sound from bells or other sounds in the same frequency, and...
Oh, I was going to say loud noise. Ethan took it. I have no idea.
A good Spanish kisser.
Well, as hot as that might be, it's actually fire, which is also very hot.
Okay.
So
true.
When a fantasy monster has a regular weakness, it's just like, I don't know how we could possibly defeat it. It's like, well, we burned the last one alive and that worked. So it's like at the end of A Quiet Place where they just shoot it in the head.
Yeah, that works.
Like,
but it beat
why didn't the army do this?
Well, no, because didn't you see at the beginning of the movie he had written armor on a whiteboard and then circled it 3 times?
Okay, yeah. Given the current military leadership, maybe they would see that and just be like, "No, give all the guns to Argentina." So, like, what the fuck?
Fire and sound are the weaknesses, and there's a canon reason for this. So when he's crafting, Knull is like refining All Black the Necrosword. He pulls kind of like a rusty old shadow sword out of his shadow, but he's like, I want to make this the real thing. So he starts crafting it at a forge and anvil, right? So the heat of the forge reshapes it into the first symbiote, and the sound of it banging on the anvil is what turns it into its true form. Canon reason for them hating fire and a certain sound is because it is what created them, it's what shaped them, it's what can destroy them.
Cool.
Gotcha.
The Mount Doom to the One Ring sort of
thing.
Yeah.
It's why thrusting and cum will kill me.
Oh, yes.
I was trying to think of an animal that dies right after it fucks, and that you're one of the
male praying mantis, a bunch of bugs, probably.
Bugs, yeah.
We saw a shell of a praying mantis, like that it hatched out of this weekend.
Yeah, we saw like a little egg or a little egg.
Cool.
It was big.
It was really big.
Have you ever seen a praying mantis in person? They're very big. It's kind of gross.
Yeah. In our schoolyard, I remember finding one. Yeah,
I remember catching one. Bugs don't gross me out, but I remember catching one when I was younger, and I had it in my hand. And the second its like gross little hook feet touched the like supple flesh of my wrist, I felt that like lizard brain panic of like a big bug being on me. I was like, I hate it. I hate it so much.
I hate the feeling of bugs on me.
Yep. So he crafts a sword into the first symbiote, All Black, the Necro Sword. Very powerful weapon because
Such
he
a
uses
funny
it.
name. It's so funny.
Yeah. Tell me more.
Okay, go on.
It's just so silly. It just seems like it seems like it's been translated from Japanese, right? Like it just sounds like an anime bad guy or something like that.
I think why you're saying that is because it's very 80s, right?
It's very verbose, yeah.
Which I like. I honestly, unironically like that it's called All Black, the Necro Sword.
Oh yeah.
They didn't need to give it a subtitle, but they did, and I appreciate that in my fantasy.
Yeah.
It's not a criticism.
Although,
just a smile on my face.
Wait, I'm on the All Black wiki page right now. Apparently, a Necro Sword is a class of sword. So this is like.
Does
Necro
Christian
swords are
Bale
bladed
get
weapon.
one in the Thor movie everyone hated?
There was a Thor movie with Christian Bale in it? Wow.
Yeah.
Who knew? Necro swords are bladed weapons formed out of living abyss. So they usually manifest as a separate object instead of covering their wielder's body like most symbiotes. So I guess this was definitely the first one, so it's probably the Necro Sword, but then there's been other ones. Conan the Barbarian manifested a Necro Sword from an unnamed symbiote he had bonded to while fighting Kulan Gath and the eldritch god Joatun Lao. Cool.
Conan's back.
From the small amount of Marvel I've looked up, I feel like if something happens once, they'll just apply it a million different times to different things for new scenarios to print a comic about that, right? Like, like the Celestials exist. There's going to be symbiote Celestials. They've made symbiotes, so everything from a cat to a god will become a symbiote at some point, and they'll just keep applying those ideas to other things.
I mean, when we bought Jamie his magic cards, his very first magic cards, we on the way out we saw a Marvel What If Mickey and friends became the Fantastic Four, right?
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But yeah, like you said, this is the very first one, and he uses to chop off a Celestial's head, which is no small act. Like, if we're talking power levels for Thanos, which I didn't have the answer to, but I do have the answer for a Celestial. It's as strong as the Tribunal, which is a really powerful thing in the Marvel universe. Galactus, who's also another Celestial. Someone called Infinity, who made the Infinity Stones. I don't know. Tell me on discord.gg/loreboys, because I don't know my Marvel fully yet.
Yeah. I like Jamie watching all these movies with his girlfriend and then getting into Marvel Snap and just like, I'm going to be the Marvel guy on the show now. And then you're just like talking about just like, no, there's a vampire outside of time who pulled a sword out of his shadow. And he's the guy, the sword is now the guy trying to kill Peter Parker. Okay.
Jamie watching notable British twink Tom Holland play Spider-Man, like sweating profusely and crying with a notepad while he's trying to like write down all these details about it.
Snot out my nose. Yeah. So not only does he kill a Celestial, later he will Knull will turn multiple Celestials into symbiotes and just show up on Earth to attack with as a big flex. He even like pops out of a Celestial's chest like a Gundam. Like, cool. Yeah. I'm here, bro. What are you gonna do? And all the Avengers and X-Men are just shaking in their boots. So very, very cool.
Could he win a tug of war against a tiger, though? They're pretty good at that.
I don't know. If you can catch it by their tail, maybe.
Tug of war.
Yeah.
Catch a tiger by its toe, dude. You say tail? Come on.
I don't have a kid. I don't do the rhymes, okay?
Oh, I would say toe as well. I just ran through the rhyme in my head. I was like, wait, whose side am I on?
You would say toe because that's what you said.
Republican or Democrat?
Yeah.
It's toe.
We won't say which is which.
How does the rhyme go?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah.
Eeny, meeny, miny, male.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you had a childhood. You should have friends, right?
Not until later. Well, I think I have friends. We'll see.
It was like your 6th birthday party or something, though.
Yeah.
If that don't count.
Knull is really powerful already. And he's gonna get more powerful and take down the good guys. Like he will. We're gonna lead up to the point where he brings the Celestials to Earth for our final showdown. But he's gonna take down some good guys before then. But more on that after the break. Welcome back from the break. So to start off this next section, Knull, his necro sword, he's cut off the head of a celestial. He's getting pretty strong, and he's wants to turn out all the lights so he can take a big nap forever again. But before that, we're going to introduce Knull's direct opposer, or not even before that. We'll see if he even gets there, which, spoiler, he doesn't. But Knull's direct opposer is going to be the Enigma Force, which is a really big thing in the Marvel Universe. Basically, the god
Sounds
of light.
confusing.
Yeah. Can think of it as
figure it out. The keyboard's in a different language.
I'm picturing a guy dressed in green spandex covered in question marks.
Mr. Enigma. Yes. You have to find all the Enigma trophies in the Spider-Man game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I need to come back to Batman Arkham Knight, by the way. I really enjoyed it, and I have it on my Steam Deck, and I think I'm 80% done the game. I just need to finish it. But
do you know who the Arkham Knight is yet?
Probably. It's
your mom.
The Enigma.
It's Mr. Enigma. You're right.
So, in the 7th Cosmos, the Enigma Force tries to fight back against the Dark God Knull by fighting with the same strategy. Knull symbiotically bonds with a bunch of things, makes an army, and attacks places, right? Mm-hmm. So Enigma's like, why don't I just infuse the light in a big group of things, and then we attack back?
Yeah. Makes sense.
What's the opposite of a shadow? And he's just like trying to pull a sword out of the air in front of him?
Yeah. He's going to fight shadows with fire, or whatever the saying goes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So Enigma symbiotically bonds to a bunch of hosts, just like Knull, and for billions of years, they just throw bodies at each other. They spread themselves out, and they just attack each other. And for Knull, spreading himself out into a billion things or a million things, whatever many it is, it seems to make him stronger. Like, he just grows in power. But it feels like the God of Light is just spreading themselves too thin.
Okay.
So they changed their strategy. The God of Light, the Enigma Force, started choosing singular hosts to bestow their power upon, to be known as Captain Universe. All right? But more on that later. I'm just setting the table for, honestly, Knull's ultimate downfall. But just know that they're just throwing bodies at each other, and the God of Light was like, this ain't working so much. So we got to figure out a new strategy.
I'm going to start a strongman competition with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and this is going to solve our space vampire problem, I think.
Yep, Captain Universe. So yeah, like the God of Light leaves with a bloodied nose after going to war with Knull. So it's really not looking good. Knull is shaping up to be like one of the most powerful villains ever.
I guess I've been trying to wrap my head around the reasoning why. And it's like, if you have a big light, it makes a lot of light. It's like hot and everything. And then like string lights, they don't seem to produce as much light, you know? And then if you have like a big black light, I get kicked out of the dance. So
right, of course. Enigma spread himself too thin with the Christmas lights, whereas Knull's strategy of the black light, embarrassing everybody with the cum everywhere, has caused Mr. Enigma's forces to retreat.
They exposed Ethan's weakness, thrusting in cum.
Yeah. Yes.
All right,
his dick's just a wooden stake, like straight through the heart of Knull.
I didn't know where you were going with that. I was thinking about it more seriously. And I guess like if you had have you ever had one of those flashlights where you can kind of spread it to have a wide beam, and then you twist it and it has a more focused beam that like if you and you could get it right down to a laser pointer, right? Which can even pop balloons and things like that. Mm-hmm. So
what is the dark opposite? You know what I mean? Like it's hard to do that comparison.
I guess like just the void like being like it's big enough and encompassing enough, it's like more powerful. Like if you look out into the darkness of space, it's almost intimidating how much dark there is and how little the light penetrates through it. But
some people would say it's all the dark.
Or maybe it's the cum thing.
Scare me.
Yeah, might be the cum thing.
But the light just hasn't reached us yet, also. Because light has to travel. I don't know if Enigma follows the same rules, whereas darkness is just the absence of light, so he's kind of everywhere and stronger.
But it's a lot more like, I think I read somewhere that if you reduced Earth to the size of a white blood cell, the galaxy would be the size of the United States. It's like there's so much black darkness, like void in between everything. Like you could throw anything in a certain direction, you're probably not going to hit anything, right?
Not probably. You're never going to hit anything. It's 99.9% empty space. Is space. That's why they call it that.
Yeah.
Well, that's why also like with obviously like we all appreciate the Expanse, some more than others. But like the reason you can't mine the asteroid belt.
That accusation.
Yeah, dude.
You want to fucking come at me, bro? Huh? You want to test me on my Expanse love? Huh?
But it's why you can't mine the asteroid belt, because the next closest asteroid is so far away you would literally never see it in your entire life.
Yep. So remember how I mentioned Knull took over a few Celestials to attack Earth earlier?
Yes.
Yeah, he cut off the head of the HOA or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the other guys, he found like 6 people standing around a hole not doing any work, and he took control of them. He put a little symbiote come into them and was able to make them into creatures that were following his will.
I'll take away your union dues. You'll take home more money, but you need to wear this black suit. And everybody's just like, fuck yeah, let's go.
There's going to be some no-show days, though, okay?
So I'm going to take a detour into another superhero here in the Marvel universe, because they didn't know.
Superman?
Basically Superman. Sentry. It's because they had no idea what to do. The Avengers are together. The X-Men are together. They're like, we have nothing. I'm going to post a picture and give you a description as well, Ethan. But Earth's only response was send out this dude. And for those of you who didn't know much about Sentry, he's basically Marvel Superman, like Pete said. Did you know this already, Pete?
No, I was kidding. I was just naming a non-Marvel guy. I have no idea who Sentry is. I've never heard of this guy. I thought Captain Marvel was Marvel's Superman.
Pete just threw an idea out into space and hit something. He was the 0.01%.
Okay, well, maybe I should get into the Expanse like the rest of us, apparently. Fuck.
He's beaming with the power of 1 million exploding suns, and he's a guy named Bob Reynolds.
Great name.
Oh, he was in Thunderbolts, apparently, which is why nobody knows who he is.
He's cool. He's a cool character in the comics, it seems like.
Yeah. I'm going to ask the boomer question. Is that one of the Disney Plus shows that no one has seen?
It was a movie, I think. Thunderbolts? It was a Marvel movie.
Isn't that about a dog with like a lightning bolt on him or something?
Thunderbolts, *, the new Avengers. The movie came out this year. It's got the guy from Stranger Things.
Okay. Oh, again, the fat guy. Yeah.
David Harbour,
yeah.
It's got an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes, so apparently it's not that bad.
Excuse my ignorance, Marvel fans, but I did look into him for the first time, and I do think he's a cool character. Because he's a drug addict who stumbles into an experimental super soldier formula. I don't know how that happens.
Well, you find a vial, you find a syringe. You're desperate enough, man. Like you're gonna pop it in there and see what it does, right?
It's gonna kill you, or you're gonna feel great, which is the same as doing heroin. Like, what the fuck's he about to lose?
Yeah, he found a vial that said GSS on it, and he's like, "Oh, maybe that's close to GHB," and he puts it in. And it's the Golden Sentry Serum that makes him one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel universe. He beats Molecule Man, who has the power to manipulate anything made out of molecules, and Sentry beats the shit out of him. He destroys Asgard at one point, or no, Molecule Man destroys Asgard, and Sentry beats Molecule Man. So Sentry stronger than Asgard in that pecking order.
Okay. I know this isn't the Sentry episode, but now I'm like obsessed with like So the Superman is just like the CIA made a super soldier serum that made Superman because that
they lost and he
like why don't they just make 1 million of them? But we're not talking about Sentry today. So.
We'll have to do another Sentry deep dive. Like right now, I only have enough Marvel info in my brain to discover one thing at a time. But I am interested in Sentry, and if you guys want to hear more about Sentry, drop into the discord.gg/loreboys to ask
watch
for
the
more
movie if he's in the movie.
Yeah,
it wasn't even the CIA. It was Canadians apparently. Canada's Department K.
Oh damn!
Some remnants of the CIA
well, that's MK Ultra in Marvel, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
We did do a lot of fucked up stuff at McGill.
Yeah. Well, the CIA did a lot of fucked up stuff at McGill. Okay,
it was here. We're complicit. Okay,
we're complicit. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying we're not top bill. All right.
MK Ultra, we give a bunch of drug addicts something that turns them into Supermen, and they jump out of windows but then fly. What the hell?
But Bob Raymond or whatever the fuck his name
Reynolds.
is. Bob Reynolds, great name for a Canadian junkie. Personally, I think finding MK Ultra serum in an alley.
Robert Reynolds, but it's not all great. He turns into a Superman, but he eventually gets pushed beyond his limits by the Void. Now that we're talking about MK Ultra, there's kind of some similarities here because as powerful as he becomes, he gets a fractured psyche, and he has an equal amount of evil power / mental illness.
Okay.
And so
he fist fights
really
Molecule Man and destroys Asgard, and then is still sending letter bombs to universities in the 90s, right?
Molecule Man destroyed Asgard, not Sentry. But Sentry destroyed Molecule Man, who destroyed Asgard. I actually mixed that up the first time too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'll get that one thing right to counterbalance all the other things I probably got wrong this episode. But yeah. So the Void is a dark entity that like manifests within him. It's really powerful because as powerful as he is in the power of good, the Void is bad. So now Sentry is a liability, and they have to do something about him because he's way too strong. So with the help of Mr. Fantastic and Doctor Strange, Bob Reynolds erases the memory of the Sentry's existence from the entire world, even himself. So the drug addict forgets about being Sentry and somehow puts a kibosh on being Sentry. Okay. Just to prevent the Void from resurfacing. They rewrote the timeline, right? With Doctor Strange, you could do anything.
True. You can go into the multiverse of madness.
Exactly. So back to Knull's invasion of Earth, right? He's coming down with all these Celestials. He's in the chest of one, like a Gundam, and he's like, "What's up, bitches? I'm back, the Lord of Darkness." Everyone's quaking in their boots.
Send Florida Man after him, right?
Yeah. Exactly. They're like, we have no choice but to let the strongest thing out that can also go really wrong for us, but we're already fucked. So
we got a meth addict on our team, dude. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I sure hope Knull doesn't ask him to dig a hole. We'll never get him back on track.
Yeah, he's taking apart all his electronics.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like lets him out of a jail cell. Like, oh, finally punches a hole in the wall, rips out all the copper wire. Like,
they're listening.
Yeah.
So Earth 616, best shot.
Wait a minute. Knull. Sorry. The symbiote's weakness is his bells, and his weakness is things that listen to sound. Come on. Writes itself.
Yeah.
Bells in the wall, just like killing birds everywhere.
Yeah.
Looking for mechanical bits.
So like I didn't get super into the symbiotes and Knull because I kind of touched on it the last time, but Knull gets cut off from the symbiotes at one point. The symbiotes team up and put him on Clintar, which is like the word symbiote word for cage, and Knull gets cut off from his hive mind at some point and he's stuck on Clintar, and that's how you get things like Venom and Carnage and all these things. All the symbiotes that were part of the hive mind left the hive mind and then started doing their own things. But at this point, Knull has reconnected to the hive mind, and he remembers Sentry through the memories of Carnage. So he knows what Sentry's all about because Carnage had previously been killed by Sentry.
Right.
Okay. So Knull's like, I know what's coming at me. I've already thought through this because one of my little worker bees have already encountered you. And I'm not no worker bee. I'm the queen or king bee, you know?
Yeah.
Queen
I'm
bee.
the queen bee. Everybody's just like never mind.
Queen with a K, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, KQUEEN.
Yeah.
Queen.
Wait, the cuck queen bee. What?
Oh, yeah. Oh, well. If he's just like
Well.
piloting a celestial, watching the other celestials destroy the world,
Yeah.
kind of. I mean, the queen bee doesn't harvest any fucking pollen.
I
Wait,
guess not.
bees are all cucks? What the heck?
Well, she's watching them harvest pollen and do little dances. It's really just
Yeah. I love when you
It
go
is
to the
the queen.
hotel and it's got like the cuck hexagons all on the walls. All your
Yeah,
little cucks
honeycomb.
can watch. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say a bee-sized chair.
Oh, that's
Aw.
nice too. That is
That's
nice.
pretty
Yeah.
cute, right?
Yeah.
You like fucking my wife?
We had this tangent one of the last times we drove to Ethan's place, but there is a correlation between movies about bugs and Hollywood pedophile types.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
'cause there's,
Yeah, we did talk about
at least-
this.
There's at least two, right? There's at least two.
there's the Bee movie, there's
movie,
Ants, there's
Bug's Life has Kevin Spacey in it.
yeah,
Okay.
Bug's Life. Don't do a bug movie ever.
Don't do a bug movie unless you're a freak. And not the good
Don't do a
kind.
movie. Then just don't do anything at all if you're one of those.
Yeah.
But
There was other ones we were talking about, but yeah, we were just like pissing ourselves laughing. All these guys are wasting their time on the chemtrails and UFOs and shit. What about the guy playing a bug in a movie conspiracy? That's how you. It is straight up like the Forbes 30 under 30 is just like who is going to prison when they're 27, right?
Yeah.
For fraud. But maybe we've got another one.
True. Although you tell a conspiracy theorist this, right? And it just bounces off them. So
Yeah, naturally.
you show somebody who wants to find the pedophiles that bad, a real pedophile, and they go, no, you don't get it. That's one of the good ones. Okay.
Yeah.
He's pretending to be a bug to lure out the real pedophiles. Okay.
Oh, no. Yeah. So back to Marvel. So Knull remembers Sentry through his symbiote hive mind, right? I guess Knull, we all know what he is now. But we
A bug.
a bug.
A bug in a
He has a
Pixar
hive
movie.
Yep.
So Knull remember Sentry grabs Knull and starts just rushing him to space, like flying him straight up to space to take the fight up there. Less casualties. At this point, Knull has enveloped the world in darkness, has like black symbiote goop like climbing over all the buildings in New York. It's getting bad. Sentry flies him up to space, and it looks like Sentry's gonna like do something big, right? Knull stops the fight early by ripping Marvel Superman in half.
Oh shit. Okay.
Get his ass.
So, all his void and anxiety and depression and mental illness comes out of his chest, which is like a really powerful evil part of him. And since the void is a part of the abyss, it submits and merges with Knull, making him even more powerful.
Of course.
Wait,
So-
I'm sorry. I don't mean to change subject here. I'm looking at a bunch of pictures because I did Google. I wanted a picture of this of Sentry ripped in half. Did I mishear that? No, Sentry rips Knull in half.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Did you know that if you rip a meth junkie in half and then eat him, you get all the powers of methamphetamines without any of the downsides? Just saying.
Cool.
That was what the bath salts guy was on about. Remember the bath salts guy?
Yeah.
That was crazy, huh?
It was
When he ripped
crazy.
that vampire in half.
And ate his face.
Yeah. If you want to vamp for a while, I can get you the picture of Knull ripping.
No,
Sentry
it's
in
fine.
half.
I'm waiting for the twist. Never mind.
Okay. Let me see if I can grab it really quick here.
Well, about bath salts in that case. I guess we will vamp. I don't even
Yeah.
remember what that was a combination of.
Anyways, it's tough to find it. Oh, here it is. I got it.
It's probably like Sentry ripping Knull in half is probably like the turnabout is fair play. Here's the comeuppance. Like it feels like a good way to end, because clearly Sentry's going to come back. Spoilers, Pete.
Yep. So that one.
Yeah, look at that.
Yep. And again, Marvel likes to like reuse things, or like comics, like they want that full circle of maybe Sentry comes back and rips Knull later, or it happened earlier, and this is like I don't know the full story behind it, but
it's
there
cool
is a
that
point.
Sorry, we see both pictures here. Like Pete posted the picture of Sentry ripping Knull in half, which I assume is going to happen now. But I do like that the presumably two different comics have the exact same like panel layout, so it's like clearly symmetrical between them getting ripped in half. It's very cool, because it's a very like atypical, I would say, panel layout. Not that I'm a big comic connoisseur, but it looks like a double pager. Like it looks like it's spread across 2 pages, and then like a more unique layout than what you'd expect to see.
It's like a big picture of the one ripping the other in half in kind of like the center top left, and then below is a reaction of everyone who saw it in these like misshapen panels, and then just like a power stance to the far right of whoever was the victor there. And yeah, it's for sure must be an homage to the other one, right? I'm not sure which one happened first, but again, discord.gg/loreboys, come tell us how that happened. Yeah, so that's not great. He absorbs the void. He absorbs all the evil and like the strongest thing that the Avengers and the X-Men could throw at him. And now, what the hell? What are they going to do, huh? They throw Thor into the mix. He's another very powerful.
I was going to say they're going to assemble.
They've assembled.
No, they're going one at a time. They're doing the opposite of assemble. They're trickling. Avengers trickle.
Yep. If you trickle enough, you'll make some rain, and Thor, Odin's son, king of lightning and thunder, manages to take Knull's jaw off with Mjolnir. He smashes the jaw off, which is the most we've done to Knull at this point.
Does it boomerang back and like reattach to his head?
It's more of like a symbiote like form, like the black goo kind of forms back.
Gross. Never mind.
Yeah. So this is great. It looks like Thor might be able to do some damage, but unfortunately the tides of battle would soon turn. Knull, for the first time since he's landed on Earth, unsheaths all black, the Necro Sword, and stabs it right into Thor's all back.
Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Slow clap.
I have that one. I like it.
Thor dies? Does he get ripped in half?
I know you guys so well. Thor doesn't die, but he's taken out of battle. So at the end of that comic, I believe it's the King in Black series. I'm not sure which one it is. But he comes back in the last few panels. You see that he's still alive, but taken out of the battle.
Okay.
I can tell you that King in Black #1 is where Knull rips Sentry in half. Can't tell you about. Presumably, my money's the Thor fight is #2, but I don't
know.
Does he ever fight Horse Thor? I think his name is Beta Ray Bill.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Smoking. What are you talking about, Peter? Horse Thor?
I'm dropping Horse Thor in chat right now.
Okay.
Hang on.
It's okay. I'm fucking rioting if it's not Thor's, right?
Like, no, it's like Blu-ray Bill or Beta Ray Bill or something. Straight up.
No idea.
I posted a title of a Reddit article when I was searching for this King in Black issue, and it says, "Why does Sentry Ive ripping people is half?" And I just think that's such a great. It's great that AI, which is taking jobs now, that's what it was trained on. You know what I mean? That's really cool.
That makes me think that this is definitely an homage to just doing to Sentry what Sentry has done to everyone else, right? If Sentry loves ripping people in half, this is probably obvious to the Marvel fans again, but it's just like, it's as if he went and fought Venom and bit off Venom's head. It's like slapping him in the face with his own move.
His own move.
Yeah. This is his character flaw. Like Tony Stark is a rake and he's an alcoholic and and whatever. It's just like Sentry just tears guys in half. That's the thing he's gotta. This is trauma he has to process.
Yeah, when Knull fought Iron Man, Knull killed his own father and then slept with some other guy's wife.
Yes.
So while this like fight has happened, there's a bunch of the folks in the Marvel Universe who are normally heroes who are now symbiotes. The Thing, Captain America, Cyclops, others. They're all symbiotes. Darkness is like enveloping the Earth. What the hell are the good guys supposed to do?
Does symbiote Cyclops have like symbiote goggles? Like Venom's got the big eyes. Does he have just like the visor?
I would have to pull it up again. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but
That wasn't a real question. That's just my ass being goofy and stoned. Hang on a second.
I'll say yes. I'll say yes. But what are we supposed to do, right? We're back against the wall, and who could defeat the Lord of Darkness? But who do you guys think?
The Lord of Light.
Oh
Enigma.
yeah, you mentioned earlier. Or Captain Light. You said they turned into something else, didn't you?
Captain Universe. This one, I don't. He will be Captain Universe in that he will be the single avatar of the Lord of Light. Basically a Lord of Light himself, a God of Light. Who do you think the Lord of Light will put all of the energy into to defeat the Lord of Darkness?
Is it Bob Reynolds?
Bob Reynolds is a good guess, but he's ripped in half.
I'm biased towards the guys in the movies now. Is he going to put it into Doctor Strange?
It's like someone. This must be someone we would know, right?
It's someone you would definitely know, and that I've spent a lot of time talking about.
I want to say Spider-Man, then, or Venom.
Venom. It'll be Venom. Spider-Man was a good guess, though.
Oh, is this Anti-Venom?
No, this is Captain Universe.
Yeah, Anti-Venom is a different thing with Mr. Negative, who turns him into Anti-Venom.
My mistake for confusing Mr. Universe and Mr. Negative, or whatever the fuck.
Anti-Venom
is Venom's sister, right? Two Venom's kids.
It's his mom's sister.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Here, I'll drop in Venom going God mode or God of Light mode. So Eddie Brock / Venom harnesses the power of light and becomes a God of Light himself.
I like how the white spider that's normally in Venom's chest is actually just branding that changes depending on what he needs to do, because now it's like looks like the hilt of a sword with angel wings on it or something.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what exactly it's supposed to be.
There's another picture I'll be sending soon. I'll give you a different angle. It is pretty much the same thing. That's just a weird angle because he's kind of hunched over frontwards. It is the spider that you do see because he pulls in Mjolnir from Thor, defeated Thor, right? He's able to pick up Mjolnir now because he's God of Light and he's worthy, and pulls in the Silver Surfer's board, who has previously been defeated by Knull, to create another weapon of light, the Venom Axe. So,
So it's the Venom Axe that's on his chest. That's the thing that we're seeing, right?
No, just a spider.
Oh, it is the spider. No, I see it now. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. The first picture, that looks like the axe. That looks like an axe to me. But the second picture, definitely still the spider. Yeah.
Yeah, but the spider goes up and the arms are down like this, like wings, and then it's just all spider ass on his like chest and abs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Either way, he makes a really sick weapon, the Weapon of Light, and he uses this new weapon to destroy a Knull controlled Sentinel. So Sentinel is now controlled by Knull. He beats him with the Venom Axe. He beats a symbiote dragon. He destroys Knull's sword all black, as well as Knull's dark armor. There's a panel where Knull is like just a naked white man falling to the ground.
Wait,
we all been there.
White? Come on. God, all the bad guys are white. This doesn't look good for us, guys.
What about the Mandarin?
I don't know who that is. Wasn't
He's a wizard.
Yeah, wasn't he white in the movie? Is he not a white guy?
No, it was Ben Kingsley, who's a brown guy. And the Mandarin was fake in that movie. But the Mandarin, I think, is Mandarin. He's like a Chinese wizard.
I ended up on mandarinrestaurant.com. I don't know who I'm picturing from Iron Man 3, but...
Mandarins aside, we are at the climax where he's defeating
like a mid-sized orange wizard.
Yeah. He's falling to the ground without his armor, without his sword, and his link to the other symbiotes is broken. So all these people he's taken over and all these heroes he's taken over are freed, and he's lost control of the hive mind. He's lost control of his army. Venom capitalizes on his advantage, and I put the wrong picture in. I'll send this one first to you guys.
There's a picture of Jamie's butt.
I was just about to say, it's just a picture of Jamie kissing himself. Just like, what the fuck?
I teased this in the Venom episode, but the way Knull gets defeated is Venom as the god of light. And since he has light, like embodies light, he can fly him into the center of the sun, where he's Knull's the farthest of the darkness. So he flies him face first into the sun, and then vaporize him into cosmic dust. And I have one last panel.
Honestly, if you want to destroy something, center of the sun, pretty good place to do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's the story of Knull. There's a bunch of other small details that we could get into on Knull, but there's so much in the Marvel universe that I think we'll have to move on to a different topic the next time. Even within the symbiote thing, like I could get into Carnage, I could get into Scream, I could get into like the million other symbiotes that I kind of vaguely touched on. I could get into Sentry. So if you like this stuff and you want more Marvel, please do come discord.gg/loreboys. Tell me what you want to hear in the Marvel universe so I can look into it, because I'm on a little Marvel kick. And if you want to see me this weekend, November 15th, 3 p.m. EST, I'm going to be streaming a game, twitch.tv/loreboyjames. That'll be with Jono, and check out Jono's stuff, which is linked in the Discord as well. How about you, Pete?
At Loreboys Podcast on Instagram. Send me messages. I ain't reading them still. But I do love all the attention, so thank you, everybody. Also, my comic, which is less insane than this right now, The Black Frontier, is available on Amazon, linked below, both physically and digitally, and also available on our Patreon.
We've only had one issue of The Black Frontier, so maybe issue 2. We got a meth head ripping some people in half, ripping some fish in half. Excuse me.
Yeah. I will figure out where to put that in. I'm storyboarding right now. I will. It'll be a little surprise. It's just like smash cut, one unrelated panel, just some guy getting torn in half.
We did do a mailbag last week. We do love doing them. We do love hearing from you guys. So please send us some emails, contact@loreboys.com or loreboyspodcast@gmail.com.
A message body to you and your family.
Message body to you and yours, for sure, which is something that I see people posting in the Discord now, and I don't remember the bit, but I'm glad we got there, huh? Because I, like most of the lore boys, get belligerently drunk during a mailbag, okay?
It's because anyone who goes to loreboys.com and uses the contact form, it says message body at the top instead of where you might see hello or good morning.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure if we recorded during October, I was sober, by which I mean I was stoned out of my fucking mind. And I remember reading my first email said message body, and I was like, why is that here? As if it was a greeting. Message body to you and yours.
And if you want to support the show, help us keep the lights on, please do consider checking out our patreon.com/theloreboys. There's a couple different tiers there. If you don't have money for Patreon, you can just leave us a rating, review, and a comment on your podcast app of choice. Tell your friends about it. Or you can check out Lore Boys Prime, a service which we've always offered. Exciting Lore Boys Prime this month. I mean, it's election season, folks. We are trying to pick the lore boy who is going to get launched into the center of the sun and utterly destroyed, right? So you want to vote for your least favorite. It does get a little confusing. It's not like traditional politics in that way.
If you even put me just outside, I will burn to a crisp and die. Like, don't send me to the sun.
Yeah,
please.
So please vote for Jamie, because it will save us a lot of money in terms of rocket fuel.
Yeah.
Payload.
It's way cheaper to ship a guy who gets sunburns to the sun than like a swarthier fellow like myself. I have to get so much closer.
I get skin damage from car rides like that are last an hour, guys. So I'm not gonna do great.
I've seen him do the thigh sun cream in the car a couple of times.
I was wearing some short shorts, okay?
Yeah. Jamie's got the hot pants, so he's ready for the sun. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So I'm not saying I'm picking a favorite, but I am saying as long as it's not me, I'm happy for anybody to atomize one of the other lore boys.
It would be a waste of money to ship me, personally, I think.
Pete's olive skin would help him get the closest, I think. So I think we should send Pete.
One thing I'll agree with you there, Jamie, is Pete's Greek. So that's already kind of a strike against him, you know?
Fuck!
I think that would constitute a lore boys.
Lore boys.
Out. Lore boys null and void. Where's the stop button?